Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Miguel Moreira from 3D Printing Liquids, and welcome to our presentation on OptiCap, where we develop smart energy storage solutions, or in other words, temperature batteries. And what are these temperature batteries? They are rigid shells filled with a special liquid called phase change material, or PCM for short. You can think of them as rechargeable temperature sources. How do they work? For example, if you heat one of these temperature batteries, you can later use it to keep an object or even the room of a house hotter. In the same logic, if you cool down one of these batteries, you can keep a certain object or a room cooler. Where can you find them? They are pretty much used across all industries that require temperature control, such as in the automotive, in drug and organ delivery, and in construction, especially in radiant floor systems. However, they have some problems due to manufacturing constraints, and they are limited to basic shapes such as hollow rectangles and spheres. This results in them having too much air inside, and also in being too fragile, meaning that you can deform one by simply stepping on them, which is particularly relevant if you intend to embed them in the floor of your house. Furthermore, they take a long time to absorb and release energy, meaning that they take a long time to charge and that they don't last very long. Also, the capsules have lids and caps where PCM may leak through. Also, some capsules are very hard to fill, especially thin ones, which was confirmed by the R&D department of one of the biggest players in this industry, Oliveira. Perfect. These shape limitations are even worse when considering these intricate scenarios. For example, for steel, a premium radiator designer company needs shape-adaptable capsules that fit their designer systems. And Fage told us that entire projects of development were cancelled by certain companies because they couldn't source custom-shaped capsules. Even Rubiterm noted that some capsules are very hard to produce and fill. We solved these problems by developing a machine and a manufacturing process that can create custom shapes at great ease, and we called it ELF, Embedded Liquid Fabrication. It is based on current 3D printing technologies, and it allows us to manufacture the capsule while simultaneously filling it with liquid and then sealing it off all in one go. For once, we managed to achieve full shape freedom. This allows us to create inner structures that can both increase the capsule's mechanical strength as well as accelerating heat transfer, like a highway where energy flows through much faster. Furthermore, we can combine multiple materials and enable the creation of multi-purpose capsules. OptiCap is a service where we develop and manufacture the best possible temperature battery for your specific application. And these are some examples of capsules we can manufacture. Complex customized designs, multi-material filling, and with no leakage points. This is our solution versus our competitor solution. Designer capsules, special for your application, with better mechanical and thermal performance. Perfect for your solution. The possibilities are endless. This is what is available in the market from the competition versus what our machines can produce. Simple, plain, hollow spheres and rectangles versus whatever you can imagine. A perfect fit, better performing capsule for your application. Also, our technology is a platform technology. It can be used to produce not only temperature batteries, it can be used for limitless other products. In the same way, our machine can even be used for completely different purposes. For example, to produce super polymer components, which are components made from a family of high-end plastics that are often used in space and defense. Robos and 3MTR are two Italian 3D printer manufacturers, and we are currently finalizing NDAs to further discussing the benefits that our technology can make in their machines. We are currently undergoing the patenting process of both the machine and a couple of manufacturing methods. The market we were originally aiming at was the European market for temperature batteries in Europe, which mainly consists in radiant floors and other similar types of products. The way we provide value is very simple. Companies bring us their thermal challenges, We design and optimize a capsule for their specific application, and then we manufacture and provide the final solution. Our early plan revolves around further capsule testing and certification for commercial use. The biggest bulk of our investment will be towards building our own production facilities. It was at this stage that we realized that, unfortunately, reaching these numbers was just not possible. We were aiming at a mass production, cheap capsule market that, despite we bring a lot of value to it, we just couldn't compete in terms of price. We would cost about 7 or 8 times more than the competition. In this specific case, through the lens of the consumer, their initial investment would pay only after 35 years of that initial investment, being far too big for one to commit to an investment. It was at this point that we realized that we were trying to sell Ferraris to a market that truly needed just Fiats. Despite our immense benefits we bring to the market, it was at a premium this market just couldn't support. So we re-strategized, and we are now focusing on designer custom products in customers such as for steel that have a limited number of sales and we can further control. The market will have a lower cap, but it will be comprised by multiple niches where we can be the sole players and have great margins. Furthermore, we can invest more into maturing our technology and finding out new other applications. We are a team of 5 researchers from the University of Aveiro with backgrounds that make us excel in thermal regulation, product development, and manufacturing, ready to take the challenge to make this technology work. We would like to thank the HiTech program for the experience it provided us and for teaching us what our product is and especially what it isn't. And now, with a clearer vision on where we should go, we would like to invite you to come alongside us with revolutionary products only we can produce. Thank you.